everyone! Today I was looking through the videos that I've filmed and that's on my channel to try and decide what I needed to film, and I realised I've never done a hair care routine. So that's what I've got for you today. My hair is nothing special, as you can see. It's just kind of long to mid-length blonde hair. I don't dye it at all. This is my natural colour, but you'll see what products I use to kind of help that along the way. If you've watched my previous videos, you might notice that I did have pink ends, and yeah, I'm gonna redo that again because I've done it twice now, and then when I was on holiday in Ibiza it faded a lot and it's like completely gone now. So yeah, I'm gonna be redoing that, and I don't know whether to do a video about it. So if you'd be interested in seeing how I do it and what I use and things, then just ask and I'll do a video about it. But this is what I do for hair care and styling. So I'll just get into it. My hair is fine, as you can, well, you can't really tell, but it is thin, fine hair, and it's flat. This is what I've just washed it today, and this is its natural state after I've like dried it with the blow dryer. I don't do anything special with the blow dryer, I just blast it, and this is like the condition it's in after that, and without like straightening it or curling it or anything. So this is like natural hair. So what I use to wash it is the Pantene Fine Hair Aqualight shampoo and conditioner. I usually use the Aussie Awesome Volume one to try and get some more volume at the roots, because although it is fine, it is easily weighed down and it's quite flat, as you can see, and that normally helps quite a bit with that. But I ran out of that and I needed some new ones for washing my hair that night, and just was in Sainsbury's and picked these up because I've used them before and I know I like them. As you can see, I've only used them for a few washes, but yeah, I do really like these. They're really good for fine hair, because especially the conditioner, I need a fine hair conditioner, which is what the Awesome Volume one's good at too. It's really lightweight, and so is this, so I need a really lightweight conditioner, even though my ends are quite dry from like straightening and things, but I do still need a lightweight one so it doesn't weigh it down from the top. The shampoo is really good as well. I find it quite clarifying and it really gets it clean, and I really like both of these, and they're really cheap as well. And I normally wash my hair every other day or every 3 days, depending on what I'm going to be doing and what your plans are. So normally every other day really. Sometimes I use a mask when I'm washing my hair in between the shampoo and conditioner, and I've got a few here to show you. The first one's Bumble and Bumble Deep Conditioner. I've only used this a few times and it's just really, really moisturising, and I just use this one on my ends for a few minutes, about 5 minutes. I just leave it on there and it just really makes them smooth and silky. And the same can be said for this one, which is the Boots Coconut and Almond Intensive Hair Mask. This one's a lot cheaper and it does still do a really good job, and yeah, I really like it. It just comes in this pot with like white, and I really like the smell of this one. So yeah, I'll still use this one, even though I've got the really good Bumble and Bumble one. I still use this sometimes, and I do that about once a week if I remember. Sometimes I don't, but the one I use the most often is this Lee Stafford one, which is the treatment for hair that never goes past a certain length, hair growth treatment. And this one you put on your scalp, and I'm a massive fan of this stuff. This is the first tube I've had, and I don't know why I didn't try it sooner. It smells unbelievable. I can't describe the scent, but it's so nice, and your hair smells like it a lot afterwards, and you can really smell it in your hair. And I've used it today, and I thought by putting a treatment on your roots it was really going to weigh my hair down and make it like greasy and awful, but it's not. It doesn't do that for me at all. And what it does is it grows your hair by like treating your scalp really and making it a really good place for hair to grow. And I've actually noticed more hair growing. I've got a lot of baby hairs around the top, and even my boyfriend's noticed I've been showing him, and I can feel them. A lot of short hairs that are about this long, and this has happened since I've started using this, and I think it's actually encouraged more hair growth, as well as making my hair grow quite fast, quite long, fast. I think it's encouraging new hair growth as well, which is really good because it means I'll have thicker hair. So I'm looking forward to that, and I would actually recommend it for people like men with thinning hair. I think it could work well for that, so I'd give that a go. My boyfriend's got like quite a receding hairline, even though he's only 21, and I'm going to encourage him to use this because I think it will work well for that. Yeah, so I love them masks. And once I get out the bath or the shower and my hair is still wet, these are the products that I use on it then. So sometimes, not always, I will admit, I'd use the Swatchcough Got2b Guardian Angel Heat Protectant. And I know you're meant to use heat protectant and everyone raves on about it and how bad it is to not use it. But I know a lot of people also forget about it, and I'm one of those people. And yeah, I do like this one though. It gives a lovely fine mist. It doesn't leave your hair feeling wet. Like some of them I've had before in the past, but like been quite a concentrated spray and I've left certain bits of my hair really wet feeling. Whereas this just is like a really nice even mist, and yeah, I think it works well. It doesn't feel like greasy coating on your hair. Like I've had an Avon one years ago and that you could feel it coating your hair and it wasn't nice. But this one's really nice, and yeah, it's quite cheap as well. It's not too expensive. And this is just my protectant of choice. I do actually definitely use it when I'm like curling or straightening my hair. It's just, if I'm just going to use my hairdryer, like days like the day, I don't really bother straightening my hair every day. So days like the day, I don't use it when I probably should. And after that, I will use not every day, I will use this, which is the John Frieda Sheer Blonde Co Blonder Lightening Spray. And this is nearly over, and this is my second tube of it. And I know it's got some bleach in, but that really didn't put me off when I first used it, because I didn't even know that. And since then, it just doesn't put us off at all, because now I know my hair is fine with it. I use this probably every other time I wash my hair, and it's made a massive difference to the colour of my hair. My hair used to be a dark, kind of mousy colour, and this has literally made all the difference and made it into a colour that I actually like having, without having to use like a box dye or go and get highlights expensively at the hairdressers and things. This has made a massive difference, and all from just spraying a bit in after I've washed my hair and then blow drying it or straightening it, and it makes a massive difference, so I would highly recommend that. And then I use some kind of volumizing holding product, and these are the two that I go between. And the first is the Bedhead TG Superstar Blow Dry Lotion for thick, massive hair. And I've used this for years actually. This is my second bottle of it, and I'm only down to here, and I've used it to death, this bottle. I've had this bottle maybe almost a year, and I do use it a lot. And it takes forever to go through it because you need the tiniest amount. You kind of undo the sports kind of cap and just put a little bit in your hair and just scrunch it through your roots and take whatever's left through the lengths. You need a tiny bit. There's so many times in the past where I've used way too much of this, and it's just, I felt like I needed to wash my hair again. But if you use a small amount, it does give you more volume, and it just makes your hair feel more texturised, and that you can zhuzh it up a bit and it will work. Today I haven't used this. I've used the other one, which I'm going to mention, which is the John Frieda Sheer Blonde Mousse Styling Foam. Oh, nice, smacked myself in the face with it. Yeah, this is purple when it comes out. So like, you know, when you have purple shampoos that are meant to take the brassiness out of your blonde hair, this one is the mousse version of that, so that kind of has the same effect. I don't use any blonde shampoos, which I think I probably should. That might be something I'll have to add into my routine, as well as a specific clarifying shampoo, but that's off the subject. This is good for the blonde. Pardon me. I find it really lightens well, and it doesn't like make your hair brassy. It's really nice colour, and the purple really works. And I like the effect it has on my roots, and I find if I've used this and then can curl my hair, straighten it, it holds it much better than if I hadn't used anything. And I can't go now and like wash my hair and just dry it without having any form of like product like this in. I need mousse or volumizing spray, otherwise my hair just feels totally limp. And it might still look it now to other people, but just as if you saw my hair without anything in it, it would just be total mess. So yes, I'm glad I used these. And then on to styling. I'll show you some of the tools I use. For when I brush my hair, I just use the Tangle Teaser, and I've only got like the small travel size one, which comes with a cap. Yeah, and I find this works perfectly well. I don't find that I need a full size one. Yeah, this is the most amazing hairbrush ever, and now I can't go back to using normal brushes. If I have to lend someone else's brush for whatever reason, like at my mum's house or anything, it is agony, because this brush is so good and it doesn't cause any pain at all. If you have really bad tangly hair, I would really suggest this. My hair isn't that tangly anyway because it's quite slick, like sleek and smooth, and it doesn't really tangle that easy because it's quite slippery. But I know some people get really tangly hair, and I couldn't recommend this enough. It really works wonders. My mum laughs at us because she said it looks like a horse brush, but then when you use it, it doesn't pull on your hair, and it's really good for your hair actually, because if it's not pulling and it's got these strange little bristles in that make it not tug on your hair, then you're going to have less split ends and your hair is going to be healthier and not split as easy. So yes, and it doesn't pull as much hair out as a normal brush would, like tugging at your hair. And it means when my hair is still wet before I put these other products in that I've just showed you, I don't mind using this on my hair because I used to use a comb and it used to take forever, whereas this, I can just use this and I don't feel guilty using it on wet hair, even though I probably still shouldn't. I feel less guilty using this than I would a brush. And best £10 I've ever spent, and I will never look back. For styling, if I want to back comb my hair, I've got this little brush, which I think was about £2 off eBay. So you just Google like back combing brush, and you just get these little ones, and it works amazingly. I'm not going to do it now because my hair's, I'm just like, I'll leave my hair like this. But yeah, on nights out, this is amazing for back combing your hair. It's better than any other brush I've used, and I think it's down to the bristles being quite coarse and hard and all up and down on different levels. And yeah, it's best investment ever considering it was only like £2, and it's the best back combing thing I've ever used. And then for heat styling, I do have my hair dryer, which is just your average hair dryer, which nothing really to report about. But for straighteners, I am a dedicated GHD user, and I just use the old ones. I've had these for years and they're still going strong. They're just your average styler, they're not the wide ones or the littler ones, they're just the middle-sized ones. And I got these for my 16th birthday, and they are still, as you can see, in pretty much perfect condition because I keep them in a roll thing that came for it. And yeah, I love these to death. I can't go back to using other types of straighteners. I had Remington ones before these, and then these just took over my life, and I'm obsessed with them. And for how long they've lasted, they were definitely worth about £120. They're definitely worth that money because they've lasted us nearly 5 years and they're still going strong. So yeah, amazing. And for curling, I use the Fabulous curling one, just the red one. And this was only about £25, I think. I got it for Christmas a few years ago. And yeah, I use this to death. I use it for beachy waves or like thicker, like tighter curls. I can't speak today. Because I can't get my head round using rollers. They never work for us, so I just go back to using this every time, and it's so quick and easy to use, and it heats up really quick, and it's got like 5 settings, so you can have it cooler if you want like less tight curls, if you want like looser curls, but I always bump it right up to the top heat and just get it done as quickly as I can. And yeah, it works really well, and I'd highly recommend it. I think the one they make now is the same, but it's pink instead of red, which I would actually prefer, but it doesn't really make any difference to us whatsoever really. But yeah, very good. And once I've styled my hair, I've got several products that I use. Firstly, I'll start off with hairspray. My first favourite is Elnet by L'Oreal, and I use the normal strength one. You can get like, I think it's like 4 or 5 different strengths. They also do one that's like volumizing, which is really nice. And I used to love the shower call one where it was in the pink packaging with her face instead of this lady. That had like a shine spray included in it, and that was really nice, and I was like addicted to that stuff. But yeah, I buy the massive tube of this. This is like 400ml. See how big it is compared to my head, because I know by far this is my favourite, because it doesn't leave your hair crispy. You can kind of go into hairspray overload and it won't look ridiculous if you go too much by accident. Yeah, and it's really fine mist, and it's just lovely. And if you do go to brush it out, it comes out completely, and it doesn't leave your hair feeling horrible. Like, I've used some hairsprays in the past where I've curled my hair for a night out and I've sprayed loads of hairspray, and then the next day my hair's just been a matted mess and I can't get the brush through it. Whereas this, I can brush it out the next day really, really easy, and it'll still have holes like a curl the next day. Even though I've brushed the hairspray out, it'll still stay quite curly and nice. So it's good for like 2-day looks. Another hairspray that I used to really love before, And I always used this years and years ago, and then I stopped and used this other one, and then I've gone back to this because it is better. But the one I used to love was the Garnier Fructis one, the bamboo hold. And this is still a nice one, and I've only got it because I'm using this tube up, but I do prefer this. But this one's, smack myself in the face again. This one smells really nice as well, so yeah, it's a bonus. And I have this one extra strong, so I'm using this one for when I really want to reinforce my hairstyle. But this one brushes out easier. Then, for other products I use for styling is the Bumble Surf Spray, which I use for beachy hair, beachy curls, and I use it on for nights out for curly hair then. Yeah, I really love this stuff. I've just raved about it in 2 different videos, so I won't rave about it too much. But yeah, absolutely love it, and worth the hype and worth the money. And definitely adds a lot of texture to your hair if you don't want it smooth and silky. Even if you had it straight and sprayed to me now, I could like shake it up and make it kind of messier look, and it's really good for that. And then for the opposite end, when you want to smooth your hair down, I've got the VO5 Miracle Concentrate, and I really want to try the other oils like macadamia oil. I don't want to try Moroccan oil because I feel that will be too heavy for my thin hair, but I know you can get a light macadamia oil that's lighter than the light Moroccan oil. I want to try that, and L'Oreal Mythic oil. This is the one I've got at the moment, and I'm not really a fan of it because this dispenser, I don't know if it's just mine, but it's gone really stiff and it won't squeeze. Like, you're meant to be able to squeeze it out. As you can see, there's like the dropper thing, I can't remember what it's called, but you're meant to be able to squeeze the top and just squeeze a bit in your hand. But my squeezer bit at the top is really stiff, so I can't get any into the tube to squeeze out. So that's why I don't really use it as much, but I do really like the effect it has on my hair. It smells so nice. Yeah, it smells like holidays, and I do really like it, but I really want to try the Mythic oil, I think, and the macadamia oil. And that's really good for smoothing the ends when you've got, like today, I've got quite bad split ends on, especially when my layers are, you can see them more in my hair, and that's really good for just smoothing them out and making it so you can't really see them. And the last 2 things I've got to talk about is on me hair days when I'm not washing my hair, so like the days in between. Sometimes I don't have to do this step on the next day, but sometimes I do. Depends really on what my hair decides to do. But especially if I'm leaving my hair 2 days without washing, I do have to do this step, and it's dry shampoo. I've tried a few different ones, but I always come back to good old Batiste, and I use the tropical one. It doesn't really bother me, the white powdery bit, because if you shake it up a lot, you don't get as much white powder. However, if you do just pick it up and spray it in, you get a lot of white powder, so make sure you shake it before you use it. All I do is I just spray this if my roots are a bit greasy. I spray this in all over liberally. I just use loads of this stuff. I go through it like nothing else, and I just shake it in and rub it in on my fingers, and it makes your hair actually quite big, and I like that about it. It's like my hair is always quite flat on the day I've washed it, and then the day I use my dry shampoo it's always quite big and more volume. And I like that about it. I also love the smell of this one. It's my favourite smell. I don't really like the blush one, I think it's called, like the floral smell, or the original, that stinks. But I really like the smell of this one, and will have repurchased and will repurchase forever and ever and ever. And I love it. And the one downside to that is it does leave your hair quite matte and not powdery, because I think I can rub the powder in quite well, but my hair doesn't look as shiny as it does on other days. So to get rid of that, occasionally, not every day, but every now and again, I will use the Head Rush Shine Adrenaline. And this is just a shine spray which puts a bit more life back into my hair after I've dry shampooed it, because that does make it look a bit dull, and this just brings it back to life, makes it look a bit shiny and a bit more healthy, and it smells really nice. It smells fruity and lovely. And I've got another cheaper one from a different brand, but I haven't included it because this one really is much better, and it's just a fine mist. It doesn't weigh your hair down or look sticky or greasy. It just adds a bit of shine and a bit of life to your hair after the dry shampoo. So that's about everything. That's all the products I use on my hair, which may seem like a lot, but I don't obviously use them all at once, and just now and again as I need them. So that's everything, I think. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to see a pink hair tutorial, then I might try and film one of them. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Bye!